Alrighty, we'll call this day 6. Day 6 Ford Ranger floor patch repair. Yeah, finally. I'm putting on some seam sealer. Alright, seam sealer today. Let me get kind of set up here. The product is, I'll just let you know what the product is. It's Evercoat Body Shop Seam Sealer Pro Grade. Wow. Alright, let me just try to get myself on my back here, roll it over. I had to get the camera set up. I really don't know how much is going to be caught. I had to put some light on the subject because I'm working kind of dark. But here we go. Here we go. It's going to be... I'll do what I can. I like to try to catch as much video footage as I can. So where I'm starting right now, if you see it on camera, is at the front. The seam sealer is going on. Actually, it's on the driver's side. It's a driver's side patch. And if you saw on day 5 videos, I showed you what it looked like dry. I previously scuffed the area with 220 grit sandpaper, and I laid like horrendous amount of 5 coats of primer on there, and I mean, I just went to town. So now I'm just throwing some sealer up in there. This is on the bottom edge of the pan itself, just to try to keep the wetness out. O-U-T. I will do the same on the inside of the cab a little bit later on, but today is the outside with the time allowance I have. It's been a very gratifying project for those who've been watching a little bit of this stuff. I've learned quite a lot. What I've learned is obviously don't rush to failure, stick with it, and don't quit. Yeah. Honestly, anybody I think can do this if you get a decent plan of action. Be willing to stick to that plan of thinking about what you're doing a little bit, about the process. I molded up a lot of the metal, as you saw in my vise, to try to get a good patch. I made some templates out of cardboard for the metal patch, that is, and then I did some on paper, and I kind of just kept working with it till I felt comfortable, till I felt I got what I wanted to make to the surfaces. I worked with clean metal, that is, I continually ground down with my angle grinder using a sanding disc. I went to 40 grit on it to get the bare metal, and pretty much I really did that a lot. I mean, I just wanted to get as much clean contact as I could, and I also cut out all the rusted metal, because rust, if you don't cut out the rust, then you know it's just going to keep on growing. So you got to cut out all that rust. And don't be afraid to cut out that rust either, man, because that's why you're doing the project in the first place, and because you want clean metal to weld to. And if you don't, subsequently, you're going to blow through that metal as well, with whatever setting your welder is on. I was using a flux core titanium easy flux welder with 0.030 Vulcan wire to achieve those welds, and it went well, so I can't complain about the wire. If anything, any issues I had was from the operator, which was the guy who was doing the welding. But hey, practice will make purpose over time. And ooh, yeah, I got some goo on my face. Seam sealer on the face. Alright, well, it happens. Alright, well, anyway. So, yeah, this is coming out quite nasty. I'm going to either take my finger or a spoon and put this all in there. I think this stuff sets up in about 30 minutes. And we'll go from there. Fortunately, because of the angle I'm working with, this is all I can do with this, the way the cock is in the gun. So I'm kind of moving all around here. So, like I said, I'm just putting it in there and I'll make it look pretty in a little bit. So how many hours do I think I have in this? Well, I'd have to probably add it up with all my video content. I don't have any editing, so what you guys saw is pretty much what I did. But I would say probably, I don't know, maybe 30 hours from start to finish. Maybe 30 hours. Wow. Whew. Yeah, just trying to. Yeah, this stuff drips pretty good. And I'm just welding up any area that I thought that I welded. And then some. Later on, I'm going to go through and paint over this with Tractor Red paint, Rust-oleum product, because I believe paint will help protect the bottom of everything. Man, I am making a mess. But in the attempt of getting things done, that's what you gotta do. Man, this is good. But I mean, this stuff, I guess I could have beveled off the, yep. I'm gonna put it on there with my fingers. Damn. Get it up in there. So, in the attempt of trying to, well, what was I saying? Yep, here I go. I'm just smoothing it with my finger now. Shoot, who cares? I got stuff all up on the fuel line. Oh yeah. Sand that off later. Press it in there. I think it firms up in about 30 minutes, and because if I really don't like it, I can sand off the rest. Because I try to make things look pretty. So very pretty. Damn. I'll probably use some paint thinner and... Wow. I wish I had like a mini caulking gun. Yeah. Well, this stuff keeps out the water. I don't care really what it's gonna look like. But I welded up. I had a couple of pinholes in there that on some of my welds I saw when I shined a light through it. And I said, whatever I can't reach from the angle here, I'm going to be getting it on the inside of the cab. Man, this stuff I got every freaking there. Oh well. I'll just put it on the old brake, on the fuel line. Prior to doing all this, I had sanded down a tremendous amount of this area because I had a feeling I would be getting this stuff everywhere. Look at that. Can you see that? Look at that. That's what it looks like on my hand. So, let me think. Maybe I'll grab a piece of cardboard and see if I can reach back there a little bit further. Or see if I can get the gun here. Well, if you're still with me, great. I'm just trying to work the angles here. Anyway, I paid like $18 for this product, so I'm trying not to waste it by getting, because a little bit does go a long, I've seen here now, a little bit does go a long way. Oh yeah, good reach, good reach. And I don't think you guys could see what I'm doing, but way underneath there, I'm just throwing it up in there. Then I'll attack it with my long spoon or something to smooth it out. Yeah, and I probably should have beveled the tip, cut the tip at an edge like I did with my old, whenever I do any type of caulking job, but I just didn't do it this time. So lessons learned, cut the tip at an edge at an angle right there, if you saw that. But like I said, it is what it is. And I'll make it look pretty prior to painting. Yeah. And I'll run a seam this way. And I'm sure some guys probably might do that. There's like some seal you could spray up on there, which I'm sure you can do that as well. Heck, probably guys might take fiberglass kitty hair and do that. There's a whole myriad of applications you could do to seal up the bottom of a pan. Okay, I'm just doing it this way because that's how I've learned how to do things in the past from the guys from people who have shown me how to do things, is using sealer. So that's what I'm doing. But you guys could get inventive and do what you do. Yeah. So if you're still with me, good for you. This is like watching paint dry now. Like I said, I'll probably make it look pretty a little bit later on, because I do like things looking neat. Shows a little bit of pride in my craftsmanship, and whoever comes on after me, should I sell the truck, they might say, oh yeah, there was a job done and it wasn't a butchery. Even though people think what they want to think anyway. So I guess I'm going more for functionality than look, if that makes any sense. I want it to function. You can make it look pretty all day, but if it don't function as intended, then what's the point of that as well? So you gotta have functionality. All right. Yep. Yeah, this stuff hardens up pretty good. I think I've been If we're still filming, shoot, I'm probably at 20 minutes right now. I feel it. Man. Alright. So, I'll be right back. I'm just going to take some schmeck off my hands real quick. I'm still there. Just wanted to take this off my hands before it dries on my hands permanently. No. I don't know what I'm here. Look at that. But I'm still here. I'm just using a towel, shop towel. Well, I would say, if you, for all intents and purposes, if you're out there, I'm pretty much done. I'm just letting the tape roll because I'm gonna have to get out in there to shut the camera off. So I'll be back through a little bit later, perhaps to show the finished product. So if I can do it, like I say, you guys can do it better. All right, you guys can do it better. And I always want to be of a word of encouragement. Word of encouragement. Be able. You are able to do this. Alright, y'all. Take care. Oops. Actually, I'll pan you down and show you up close. So, if you're still with me, let me pan you close. Give me a second here. Okay, so that's there. That's the front of the pan. Working all the way down. Pretty nasty. Yes, it is, but I sealed it all the way up the way I wanted it. And sandpaper can take off everything else. Good 220 or something. Okay, so that's it right there. That's it right there, wet and doing what it's supposed to do. Alright, y'all. Easy does it. You are able. Have yourself an Ablecraft day.